So a person listening to our show, and we have all different folks, when they hear the word philanthropist, often they feel like, oh my gosh, I have to be the big, Bill Gates, like some sort of
Right.
crazy, tons of money. But first of all, what is the definition of philanthropist? And are the people that's all they do, or is it something that's mixed into a person's life? Talk a little bit about that.
Well, it's interesting. We're trying to change the definition of philanthropist. So let's play a little game here. Okay. So I'm gonna put the word philanthropist out there, and you tell me what words come to mind. Right. I mean, when I say philanthropist, what do you think? I think, and I'll tell you what I think. I think rich, exclusive, never going to get there. Tech executive, someone that has their own private personal foundation, spends a lot of time giving money back, has made a lot of money in their career. So it's a very exclusive word. And I don't think that most people get up in the morning saying to themselves, something, I want to become a philanthropist. I mean, people are worried about going to work, putting money in the bank for their kids' college education, their own retirements. And when it gets to this whole concept of giving money away to charity, most of us are donors, not philanthropists. And there's a huge difference between those two words, right? So a philanthropist is also someone that has a plan, has a structure, has a strategy around what they're doing with these large sums of money. Most of us as donors are purely reactive in the way that we give money to charity. We normally do it, and it's event-based. It's inefficient. It's hugely expensive. And we don't really have a centralized platform that allows us to plan. We kind of go from event to event, and we wait until something pops up, and then we pull out expensive credit cards and give to charities through expensive platforms. So we're trying to take all of these people that want to make a difference by donating money and introducing them into, all these cool philanthropic vehicles that allow them to do that much more efficiently.
Got it. So there are many traditional barriers to philanthropy, and the industry's been stagnant and inaccessible for far too long. And that's one of the reasons why you wanted to get involved in this.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are those barriers?
Well, I think the barriers, you can kind of classify the barriers into a few different categories. I think, one is just purely dollars that are required. So as I said, the donor advice fund industry is an industry that's been around for 90 years. It's never been disrupted. It's never had an entrant that's come in to kind of rethink how these structures are being used. So in many cases, 5-10 years ago, in order to create a donor advice fund, you need to have $10,000 to start. And you couldn't give away any less than $250 as you went. So that just limited that very important vehicle to a very small percentage of people that wanted to get active. But technology and the overall environment allows us to do is it allows us to go in and rethink how a vehicle like that is being used. So you can create a donor advice fund with no minimums. You can allow people to give small amounts of money away. You can link donor advice fund assets to other assets. You can track all of that activity. So there's just there's a number of these types of vehicles that are out there that really help you kind of break through these barriers that get created.